What is up, guys? Vulkan here. So today I'm going to be going over how I finished number 56 in the world. Now, unfortunately, I'm only going to have my final 3 battles, and then I'm going to have to do 2 live battles at the end just because I like the videos to be a little bit longer. I think personally I like to watch longer videos, so that's how I make them. And also, I already recorded this, but my microphone is messed up, so I'm going to have to do a replay of the recording and just kind of commentate over it. So last season I was pushing with P.E.K.K.A, as you can see here. I was at 7,500, and I pushed most of the way up. I had a pretty good win streak until 7,600, but then when I hit 7,600, I was just like winning, then I was losing, then I was winning, then I was losing, and I was just going back and forth between winning and losing and kind of struggling to push past the 7,600 mark. So then in my last 2 games, I decided to use the Royal HOGS deck that Air Surfer used, and I won my final 2 games. I did lose this game, but it didn't count, and it was really close, but it didn't count because it ended like after the season ended. So my final game that counted was against Banana Goose, and I think that he thought I had P.E.K.K.A here. So he's giving me the crying faces because he's like, oh, I have a pretty good matchup because I have Lava Hound. But turns out I didn't have P.E.K.K.A. I had Royal Hog, so I actually had a pretty good matchup versus him. So first play, I go Ice Spirit in the back. I didn't really have a good hand there, so I just go ahead and play Royal Hogs at the bridge just because I don't want to cycle my Hunter or cycle my Log for no reason. There I go with Bats. Just to kill his miner. I don't want to waste my Hunter because I kind of want to save it for the Lava Hound. Here, as you can see, I do play my Hunter because the Hunter will counter push, whereas an Ice Golem won't counter push. So it's worth it to play the Hunter in that situation. And now that he went Lava Hound same lane, this Hunter is actually going to kill most of the Lava Hound. So I don't want him to kill the Hunter before the Hunter kills the Lava Hound. So because of that, I go ahead and pressure the left side right away. And I mean, this is a pretty good matchup for me. Like you can see, he didn't even have a ground answer in hand. So there, I just go for the King Tower. And the reason I do that is because I can just clean up his push with Bats. I actually do mess up the Bats a little bit. I accidentally knocked the Baby Dragon forward, so he went ahead and killed the Bats. If I hadn't done that, I would have won even easier, but it was fine because I could just clean it up with a Fireball. And I mean, this game was like, man, this was the easiest win I had all season. Like, most of my wins were not this easy, but I kind of had a good matchup, and he kind of played like a bad Lava Hound at the start, so I was able to punish him pretty well for that. There you see again, he goes minions, and I instantly pressure. You would think that I would go for the right tower, but I know that since any ground troops that he uses to defend my cannon cart are just gonna die to the cannon cart. So, and he doesn't want to sacrifice tower damage because I just take his tower, so it's completely fine in that situation to go for the King Tower. I just go ahead and cycle another Hunter. And here, I want him to Fireball, because if he Fireballs my Hunter, then he has nothing to kill the Royal Hogs. I just instantly go Cannon Cart there again, just because if he plays Lava Hounds, then he's not going to have Elixir to defend the Cannon Cart. I'm just going for the 3 crown. Now, it is important here not to choke. You can't go too aggressive. So I do make sure to defend first. I have to Hunter on top of the Baby Dragon. I also Cannon Cart at the same time. That way he can't support his Lava Hound if I'm Cannon Carting at the same time, because he has to defend the King Tower. And there, I think, yeah, he used Fireball on offense, or he used it on defense. I don't even see what he uses Fireball on. But he has no Fireball on cycle, so I just go ahead and finish off the tower. Okay, so here I am against Deep Ryan, and I do know his deck. I played him before. So I just go ahead and split Royal Hogs first play. You don't necessarily want to play Royal Hogs first play, but like in that situation, first of all, I didn't really have that great of hands. But then also, I knew his deck, and I knew that going Royal Hogs first play wouldn't be that bad. Usually what you want to do first play is like cycle an Ice Golem, cycle Bats, and then split Royal Hogs. You don't really want to play them in one lane. That's not the best. So here he goes Defensive Expo, and because of this, I don't want him to be able to stack Expos, right? So I play the Cannon Cart down to pressure. One key thing is that Cannon Cart is like really good at pressuring Expo decks or any deck with Musketeer and Quick Cycle. It's good for pressuring because they don't have like a Knight or something that really kills a cannon cart. It'll pretty much kill anything that you block it with. So there, I also go Royal Hogs. I split them just to kill the Expo. I just don't want them to stack multiple Expos. I know that if I kind of wait until double elixir and play slowly, I can win in double elixir. You just have to play kind of patiently in single and not waste your spells because I need to be saving the fireball for the pump every single time. So there, I just logged a cycle. And you're gonna notice here he does an interesting play, right? Because he's gonna Expo and instead of pump, you notice he has pump in hand. The reason he did this is because he wants me to fireball the Expo so that then he can pump and he gets an elixir advantage because I don't have fireball for his pump. So you're gonna see here that instead of fireballing the Expo, I just pressure the Expo and I save my fireball. That way he can't pump up and me not have a good punish for it. So there, I play Ice Golem in the back. I threw the Angry Face because I know that he's playing this well. You know, you never want to face an opponent that plays well. I prefer to just take the win. But he played good. I do go Royal Hogs. I play them all in the right lane. That's just so that the Musketeer doesn't get like a ton of value killing both the Royal Hogs and the Cannon Cart. I want him to have to waste Tesla so he doesn't get an elixir advantage there. The Cannon Cart doesn't even kill the Musketeer, which is nice. And there, I actually have a pretty good elixir advantage. I don't think I realized that at the time. So I play Ice Golem in the middle. And then this is another key point. Versus Expo with any type of cycle deck with like Ice Golem or Musketeer 2.6, you always want to play your Ice Golem in that position there, especially in double elixir, because what it does is it denies Expo from both lanes, and it forces them not to defensive Expo because you're going to pressure them quickly. Because if they defensive Expo, and then you Cannon Cart or you Musketeer behind your Ice Golem and you Hog or your Royal Hogs or whatever, it's gonna make it basically so that they don't have an elixir advantage. If you play it all the way in the back, they'll either be able to offensive Expo or defensive Expo and they'll get an elixir advantage off of you. And it's just not a good situation for you. So you kind of want to keep up the pressure in double elixir, especially by playing your like Ice Golem and your Cannon Cart, your Musketeer kind of high like that. Okay, so here I just go Royal Hogs all in one lane. I do take the damage. I was thinking, you know what, I don't want to tie this game, so I just went kind of aggressive. I knew that I had good answers to his Expo, so it was kind of risky going that aggressive with Fireball Log, but I was like, you know what, I have Cannon Cart. Is he really going to be able to break through on offense? Probably not, so I decided just to go aggressive and try to get the win. And here you see I Cannon Cart the bridge because I don't want him to stack Expos, and I also instantly attack the other lane because he doesn't really have anything in his troop that's going to give him, or anything in his deck that's going to give him a positive elixir trade if I do that. So it's kind of not really risky at all for me. And there, I actually do mess up my Ice Golem, but it doesn't really end up mattering because I still have the Cannon Cart, and since I log Fireball the Expo, it's not going to take my tower. So that kind of was a mistake by me because I didn't cycle quick enough to my Ice Golem, and he outcycled me. But it's not the end of the world because I'm still going to end up winning this game. So there I go Royal Hogs in one lane. I'm just trying to finish off the tower. I know at this point I can log chip him. You see I play Ice Golem to deny both lanes. I wait for the Expo to lock the Ice Golem before I play Cannon Cart. And then I instantly play Cannon Cart. He tries to snowball the Ice Golem out of range, but it doesn't end up working. And here, this is another important point. When your opponent plays offensive Expo, and even versus 2.6, you can do this with Royal Hogs. You can split them, and 2 of the Hogs will go towards the Expo usually, and then 2 will go to the other lane unless they play a Tesla in the middle. And what that does is that doesn't allow them to have Fireball value. In this situation, he doesn't have Fireball, but I did it anyway because the Expo, I needed the chip damage on the left side. If I get just a couple Royal Hogs hits, I can just log Fireball and win. But I also needed to kill the Expo without it taking my tower, so I did it so that he would have to he couldn't both defend the left side and defend his Expo at the same time. There he kind of played his Tesla a little bit too low, so I take the Fireball. Just trying to finish off the tower at this point, and I think, yeah, I just log and take the win here. Okay, so this is the final battle that I have recorded. I knew his deck going into this. I knew that he was Lava Hound, so I threw the Angry Face at the start because it was kind of unfortunate. It's kind of a hard matchup for me. Now, there's a couple things I could have done better in this matchup. Like here, the P.E.K.K.A. in the back was the right play because if I play E-Wiz or Magic Archer, they walk up too high and the Lava Hound kills it. Now here, what I think I should have done in retrospect, it was really weird because I knew he was going to Barbarians and it was kind of risky. It wouldn't lock the tower. I maybe should have Magic Archered to hit the Mega Minion and then hit the tower at the same time. And, well, maybe that wasn't the play. Looking back at it, yeah, that probably wasn't the play. I don't know. It's so weird because the Barbarians just shred the P.E.K.K.A. I guess I should have done something different with my Magic Archer. I should have either played it on the right side because I knew he wouldn't have enough elixir to both Miner and or Fireball the Magic Archer and the E-Wiz at the same time. So, yeah, maybe the play was to play it on the wall on the right side and then just snowball the pups. That probably would have been the play. But it's really hard to know his elixir in that type of situation. Instead I play it on the left side. I poison, and I messed up there because the Ghost didn't keep the Magic Archer alive. So maybe if the Ghost kept the Magic Archer alive there, I would have been in a lot better of a situation. So here I go Bandit. I'm gonna go Bandit at the bridge because I know his only ground answer in hand is the Goblin Cage because he just used his Barbarians and he just used his Miner. So I want to bait that Goblin Cage so that I can go Battle Ram at the bridge opposite lane and get some damage on his tower. I don't think that was a bad play. I think that was okay, but he defended it pretty well. Honestly, see the problem there is that the Goblin Brawler counter pushed. I thought that's kind of weird because what I thought happened was I thought that the Bandit would dash on the Goblin Brawler. That usually is the interaction. Usually the Bandit, after it kills the cage, it dashes on the Brawler, but for some reason it didn't dash there, and the Brawler ended up getting a lot of damage on my tower. So that was kind of unfortunate, and I'm honestly not really sure why that happened. Like, that was not the interaction I thought it was. So here is a weird situation, right? Because I thought what he was going to do is I thought he was going to Fireball my Magic Archer. So I quickly went Royal Ghost the other lane, but then instead of fireballing, he played Baby Dragon, and I didn't have enough elixir to tank the Baby Dragon with a P.E.K.K.A., which probably would have been the ideal play. So maybe the Royal Ghost was a mistake. It's kind of hard to say, but if he had fireballed, it would have been like a pretty good play, I feel like. Or I don't even know. Yeah, maybe the Royal Ghost wasn't the best. I think the play would have just been to defensive P.E.K.K.A. there. Instead of the Royal Ghost. But I was thinking that if he fireballed, he wouldn't have enough elixir to defend the Royal Ghost. So that was just kind of unfortunate that he had enough elixir to play the Baby Dragon and the Barbarians at the same time. So that was probably a mistake by me by not counting elixir properly. Yeah, so here I have to defensive poison again. It DPS's down the Baby Dragon a little bit. I have to snowball the left side, which is kind of unfortunate. And I think, oh yeah, he reset the tower with the zap, so I couldn't even E-Wiz to kill anything. And then here it's like I have both of his towers down a lot, but I really have no way to finish off his tower. It's just kind of unfortunate because his Barbarians are just gonna easily defend everything. And I see it's like so awkward because if I spam the right side, then just Barbarians and it gets a ton of value. The only way to break through in this matchup is to get a lot of value off your P.E.K.K.A. and attack when Barbarians are out of cycle. But unfortunately, I try to split lane pressure there. I try to protect my Magic Archer, but it's just too late, and he got the win. And this is the game that made me switch to Royal HOGS because I was like, I'm tired of these bad matchups. And then also the maintenance break happened, so I don't have any more matchups to show. So instead of showing replays, we're just gonna do some live ladder battles and see how that goes. By the way, that last replay that I showed, Lava Hound is a lot easier with the Dark Prince version of the deck because you can just play Dark Prince in the back, opposite lane, and then sometimes even P.E.K.K.A. at the bridge, and it just applies a lot more pressure versus Lava Hound, and it'll like splash into all the Barbarians a lot better than the Royal Ghost does. So yeah, I would have, in like versus Mortar and stuff, Royal Ghost is better, which is why I was using it, but it would have helped a lot in the Lava Hound matchup. So we're just going to play a live ladder game. I think, yeah, I'm 240th in the world, which is actually not even true. I mean, like half these guys on the leaderboard they're not even real. Like if you look at their previous season, it says 6,017, but they're actually at 5,009. And for some reason on the leaderboard it says they're 6,017. I think it's because they haven't logged in yet this season. It's kind of a weird glitch, and I don't really understand why it's a thing. Okay, so found ourselves a match. Wait, does this guy? How did he already get the new tower skin? Oh, I guess it's only at 10 wins now. I think they changed it. Could be 2.6 for Expo. He already has 2 cycle cards. I think we're just gonna split Royal Hogs because for either 2.6 or Expo, this is the right play. Because if they have Fireball, it's kind of bad for you. Oh, so if he has like some, I don't know. There's a lot of things this deck could be still. Let's let Ice Golem here. I mean, normally I would kite, but it wasn't going to cross the bridge early enough, so interesting. We're just going to pressure that with Cannon Cart. I don't really want to Fireball it. I prefer to save my Fireball, so I can Fireball something else. I don't know. We don't know his deck yet, so I don't want to waste my Fireball yet. We'll just bats. Probably just split Royal Hogs again. Hopefully force him to Tornado. He might Tornado to the King Tower. Interesting, so he's using the new Executioner that is actually a nerf. Because it's just a nerf because the range is so small. It like doesn't kill any support troops. Okay, so we'll tank with the Ice Golem. Oh no! I messed up my cannon. The Executioner killed it. But it's fine because this will still kill the Expo. So we're just gonna, I mean, this game is gonna be all about the chip damage, I think. Just keep cycling cards effectively, don't overcommit. Split my Royal Hogs. Thought about logging on offense, but I don't know, it just seemed kind of pointless to be honest. I'll just save my log. I wasn't really sure what tower to log, so I'm not really focused on one tower right now, just splitting my damage a lot. Okay, so we're just gonna log Firewall that. He doesn't have pump or something, so there's no reason not to. We'll just split troops in the back again. I think we're either gonna tie this or win this by tower damage at the end. I don't know why I played that Ice Golem. That was kind of bad. Because I played it, I was gonna... Yeah, I wasn't sure if he had a big spell or not. That was questionable. I'm gonna cycle my Canker. It's okay because he's down Elixir right now. And he does another defensive expo, so we'll just Fireball log it. Yeah, he's down Elixir right now, so it was okay to play Candy Cart because it's not exactly like he could pressure me. We'll just split our bats. Don't really want to play Ice Spirit because it'll just die. I mean, bats kind of just die too. To be honest, I think the play here is to go at the bridge like that. Well, in retrospect, maybe that wasn't the play, but it did kind of work, actually. We're just going to pressure this lane because it'll distract the Royal Hogs for a bit, and then I can just kill the Expo with Cannon Cart. This way he can't support his Expo well because he has to defend the left side at the same time as he's defending the right side. So here he's not going to have... Yeah, I mean, we just log Fireball Cycle and we win at this point. I was going to say, he didn't have NATO on cycle, so it's safe to play my Ice Golem there. We're going to let that lock, and then we're going to go Cannon Cart, and then we're going to quickly roll Hogs. I even do it in front, because if he rockets... Well, actually, I need to outcycle his rocket. And there, we win the game. I mean, Expo's honestly a pretty good matchup. If you play Expo or Mortar, you pretty much counter even, and then like P.E.K.K.A, especially with the range nerf. Pretty sure this even counters P.E.K.K.A right now, so it's just a really solid deck in the meta. Decks that are hard are like Sparky's kind of hard to beat. Lava Hound's not that hard to beat, honestly. I don't even know. I don't even know what's hard to beat. It's just a solid deck all around. Like, it has an even matchup versus a lot of things, so you kind of have to outplay them. Well, it does have a bad matchup versus Golem. I'll give it that. But even versus Golem, honestly, you can outplay any deck. But versus Golem, I would say they have a little bit of a soft counter. Okay, so we got another match up against Zero Zone. That's his clan name. I think I'll just wait for a second here. I don't really have anything good to pressure. I'll probably just cycle Ice Spirit in the back. Probably wait till 30 seconds. Bat's first play is usually the best first play, I think. So we'll just play our Hunter. That'll kill that. See, maybe I should have played Ice Golem there instead of Hunter. Interesting. So however, Ice Golem hovered. I don't know what he has. I think we'll go ahead and play our Candy card in the back. It kind of looks like he has that he has the Golem. Oh, he doesn't have Golem. Interesting. So we're gonna quickly roll Hogs to the lane. See what he does here. He activated. What? Well, that's unfortunate. I mean, at least I got a lot of damage on his tower, so it's not like the end of the world. NATO isn't the best versus Royal Hawks. It's not the best, it's not the worst. It's just kind of average versus them. But that King Tower activation was pretty good for him. Okay, so I don't know what his win condition is. He has P.E.K.K.A. Oh, he probably has... Oh, that was actually kind of bad on me. He probably has a balloon deck. But the problem was... The only card I really had to cycle there was Hunter. I couldn't really cycle anything else. Okay, so we're gonna go at the... Ooh. We're actually gonna also roll Hogs the left side. I was kind of hoping he would try to defend the cannon cart with something. So he wouldn't have enough elixir to defend the Royal Hogs, but it looks like he just let the cannon cart get a lot of damage on his tower. This is interesting. Unfortunately, we kind of just have a lot of damage on both sides, so this isn't the best. Maybe I should have logged there, because now he's going to get a free P.E.K.K.A. kind of. We'll go Hunter. Pretty sure he has Balloon, but it's okay to go Hunter because he wants the... He needs the Lumberjack and the Balloon in cycle at the same time. Well, I lost my tower, but he lost his, so this is... Hopefully he lost his. Please lose yours. Please. Okay, good. He lost it. We'll just log to finish off the tower. I think we'll just cannon cart in the back. I'm going to go Royal Hogs here. I don't want him to have... Yeah, I don't want him to be able to support that super well. Is that going to hit? Wow, that gets a hit. Well, that's kind of unfortunate. We'll see which lane he defends here. I think I'm just going to Royal Hogs. There's kind of no reason not to Royal Hogs. He doesn't really have, like, a good counter to them that's going to counter push super well. Yeah, like, he kind of has to freeze to deny the damage. So we'll just... Maybe I'll do a cannon cart in the middle here. I'll get fancy. We're going to wait and see what he does first. Going to Prediction Hunter. Also Ice Golem. Okay, we're just going to go for the King Tower here. Well, actually, I think I'm going to Royal Hogs in the middle. I'm going to cycle a Hunter here. I'm going to try to cycle 2 Hunters. He might try to Balloon on the King Tower now. See what he does. We'll just go ahead and cycle our Ice Golem and pull everything in. Kill that quickly. And then this should kill the P.E.K.K.A. Yeah, so we're going to... Now we're going to pressure the right side. We need to take his tower somehow. This is getting really sketchy at this point. If I play my Hunter there, it's okay if he kills my cannon card. I don't really care that much. Just protect it. Pull it all to the middle with an Ice Spirit. See what he does. That's a firewall. We've seen like one more firewall now and we win the game. Okay, he's gonna freeze. Yep. Bro! How did the cannon cart not get another hit? That is super unfortunate. I can't believe... I think I didn't have anything to defend there. Okay, yeah, I definitely could have won that last game if I just cannon carted in the pocket a little bit sooner. So I'll just leave it in the video. I think the gameplay was good other than the choke at the end. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you learned something, and Vulkan out.